Hello and welcome to another video. So I should probably be more calm throughout this video because as you can see it's a serious video. I'm wearing black because we are gathered here today to mourn the death of our favorite Percy Jackson characters. Why did they die? Well, because I made them play the Hunger Games. So this is actually a video idea that I got from I wouldn't say a very similar video. It's probably the exact same video. It's a video that this YouTuber created where she put the Percy Jackson characters through a Hunger Games simulator, and you can check that out. I'll link that down below. It's super fun and you should totally check out her video because it's a lot of fun and it was a great idea. So when I was thinking of what Percy Jackson related videos I could do, I was like, how about we play a game? And how about that game is the Hunger Games, and it's a Percy Jackson characters being put through the Hunger Games. So without further ado, let's find out who wins and who is the first to die. Okay, so before we start the game, let's talk about what characters I chose to play in these games and what districts each of them are in. So let's go check it out, shall we? So obviously what I tried to do was for District 1, obviously that would be Cabin 1, so that would be Suze. So there we have Jason and Talia. In the next one, it would be Hera. So there's really no children of Hera because she's a goddess of marriage and all that. So we have, first of all, Ugly Percy and then Rachel Elizabeth there. And then District 3, we have Percy and Tyson. And District 4, we have Mr. D and Chiron, just because I could have made Katie Gardner one of them, but I wanted some adults and some more conflict, and also there was no official art for her, so that's another reason. And then we have Frank and Clarice, District 5, which would be Aries. And then District 6, we have Raina and Annabeth, and I chose to put Raina here just because I wanted her in the game, first of all. Second of all, her mother, Bellona, I think her name is kind of like the Roman version of Athena. So I feel like that really works. Then District 7, we have Will and Lesser / Apollo, which obviously makes sense. District 8, this one really worked out well for me because I could fit in Zoe and Bianca, because in District 12, which would be the Hades cabin, we have Nico and Hazel. Then District 9, we have Piper and Selena. District 10, we have Beckendorf and Leo. And District 11, we have Luke and Octavian. I know Octavian has nothing to do with Hermes. He's a descendant of Apollo, but there was an empty spot and I just wanted to place him there. I think in the original version I did of this, I placed the Stroll brothers instead of Octavian, but I just wanted him to be there to cause some drama. I think this has an option to mark 5 characters in order to have them be the favorites, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Okay, should I? No, I'm not gonna do that. This is going to be completely random, so okay, let's simulate. Okay, I'm just gonna heart Ugly Percy and see how that goes. Okay, let's go. Okay, so it starts with the bloodbath. That is right after you start, and it seems like Luke defensively bashes Jason's head in with a mace. So it seems like Jason is dead in the first round, and it's an injury to the head. This could not be more on brand. And then we have Tyson clutches a first aid kit and runs away. That's also on brand. Good for you, Tyson. You live. Will severely slices Annabeth with a sword. Oh my god, then maybe Jason didn't die because Annabeth is has a red icon. I do not believe that for a second. Annabeth would survive the Hunger Games. And then Piper finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Rena grabs some landmines, but they accidentally explode. No, I cannot believe this. Rena and Annabeth do not die in the first round. Then we have Octavian grabs a trident and food and retreats. Rachel Elizabeth Dare almost kills Octavian with a throwing knife, but misses. That is so freaking accurate. Both of the oracles having to fight it out in the first round, and Rachel throwing something. I know it's not a blue plastic hairbrush, but that is pretty accurate. Okay.
Our girl Talia, what happens? Talia grabs a backpack, but it's not zipped and most of the supplies fall off. Talia, you poor child. Okay, then we have Hazel grabs the supplies furthest away from the cornucopia and quickly escapes. Good. Leo takes a spear, leaning on the cornucopia.
No! No, it happened again! Okay, so, major spoilers for deaths all around. from the official books, obviously not from this. Zoe attacks Beckendorf, but Percy protects him, killing Zoe, so Zoe is dead. I feel like all of our girls are dying. Annabeth, Reyna, Zoe, but that was also pretty canon. Percy would obviously not have killed Zoe in real life, but he would have protected Beckendorf. And then we have Selena overpowers Nico, killing him. Like, I can already hear the fandom screaming, squealing, like, how can Selena kill Nico, the most powerful demigod? Well, she did in this game, so good for you, I guess. Poor Nico. Poor Nico. Ugly Percy shoots an arrow into Frank's head. Frank is dead. Super dead. Okay, I'm sorry, Frank.
Mr. D thinks about grabbing supplies but decides to ride for cover instead. What a coward. And then Chiron grabs a sword. Oh my god, I'm afraid of what Chiron's going to do.
Bianca grabs a backpack of supplies and retreats. Okay, Bianca, let's survive this. Oh my god. Lester/Apollo and Clarice fight for a bag. Lester/Apollo strangles Clarice with the straps and runs. No. I'm sorry. Some of these are believable, like the Octavian Rachel thing, but how are Annabeth, Zoe, Reyna, and Clarice dead in the first round? Like, half of the girls are dead already. What is wrong with this game? Let's go to day 1. So, Jason explores the arena, good for him. Then Luke, Lester/Apollo, and Hazel hunt down and kill Piper. All of our girls are just dying, slowly, one by one. And I can't believe Hazel would ever do that. That's rude. Leo searches for water and firewood. I feel like Leo is going to die from exposure to the elements. Percy tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Good for him. Octavian, Chiron, and Will hunt for other tributes. I can see Octavian doing that, but Chiron and Will hunting for tributes. No! Beckendorf is attacked and eaten alive by a wild animal! Percy, why weren't you protecting him this time? That's so sad. At least he wasn't killed by Selena.
Then Rachel E. Dare wonders what Bianca is up to. Rachel, I'm scared of you. Mr. D discovers a hidden pathway. Tyson tends to Talia's wounds. Oh, that's so cute! I don't think they've really interacted on the book, so I would like to see that.
Selena and Ugly Percy create an alliance. I'm scared. I'm literally scared about what those two are going to do because Selena killed Nico D'Angelo and Ugly Percy is my favorite to win this, so I'm super scared. Let's see what happens in the first night. Okay, so starting off strong, another girl dies. Bianca begs for Mr. D to kill her. He reluctantly agrees, killing Bianca. What happened to her? Oh my god, that's so heavy.
Talia quietly hums in the night. Okay, random. Lester/Apollo is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. That's in character. Rachel, Elizabeth, Thayer, and Jason create a fort for the night, so there's a new alliance. Luke is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable as well. Octavian climbs a tree to try and get some rest. I hope someone kills him soon. Chiron receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Damn. Will cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating more than he thought. Will is just like a killing machine here. Tyson begins to cry. That's in character. Leo is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Also in character. Ugly Percy feels delirious and forgets where he is. I thought you were in an alliance with Selena.
Hazel begs Percy to kill her. What? He refuses, keeping Hazel alive. Why are all the girls asking guys to kill them? What is wrong with this quiz? Selena sees a fire, but stays in place. Okay, so she's not as bloodthirsty as I thought she was. Oh wait, oh my god. Day 2, Rachel Elizabeth Dare shamelessly kills Will while he is resting. That is super rude. I am scared for Rachel.
Talia rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of her father. I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Then Luke makes a slingshot with materials from the ground. Mr. D explores the arena. Mr. D is doing surprisingly well. Percy sees poison fog but manages to escape. Chiron, Lester, and Jason are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs, but it seems like they're all alive. Hazel discovers a water source. Ugly Percy receives healthy food from a sponsor. That sponsor is me, honestly. I have to put that out there. I'm the one sponsoring him. Selena searches for food. Leo discovers a water source. Octavian throws a rock at Tyson from a hiding spot in street.
How rude. How rude, Octavian. I hope Tyson kills you. I really hope you do. I feel like, oh my god, wait. They're forgetting the alliances, but okay. Chiron attempts to climb a super tall tree but falls to his death. I mean, we could have seen that coming. It's probably really hard to climb a tree when you're a centaur, you know, so. Oh, I'm sorry, Chiron. At least it was natural causes. Then Jason and Apollo run into Luke, Leo, and Rachel and make temporary peace. Ooh, I don't trust that group at all. Ugly Percy is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Selena involuntarily passes out of sheer exhaustion. Selena, why aren't you with ugly Percy anymore? Tyson looks at the night stars and sky and wonders if it's real. Poor Tyson, he's like full on having an existential crisis over here. Then Hazel is enabled to start a fire and it's extremely uncomfortable, as we all are. Oh, Percy, Mr. D, and Octavian have deep conversations and discuss a challenge that will come the next morning, and Talia quietly humps in the night again. Like, everyone is here struggling, they're uncomfortable. Tyson is over here having like deep identity crisis, and Talia's just like I mean, if Talia wins this at the end, I will not be surprised. Leo kills Luke with a handmade weapon. I mean, I can't see that. I think that Luke would win in hand-to-hand combat, but he probably had the element of surprise. And
Rachel fishes in the water for some food. Tyson fishes in the water for some food. Selena, Mr. D, and Hazel hunt for the other tributes. I cannot keep count of all of these alliances. Ugly Percy, Octavian, and Jason are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. That seems like a very common thing. Talia searches for food. Percy receives a water pile from a sponsor, and Lester fishes in the water for some food.
all pretty chill. I'm like, when are they going
to die?
It's already been 3 days and 3 nights. Okay. Oh my god. Jason falls into a deep valley and dies. That's an incredible way to start the night. Then Hazel, Tyson, and Selena sleep in shifts, each hoping the other two do not betray them. Ugly Percy tends his wounds with water and leaves. That makes sense. Mary Cannon. Percy sets up camp for the night. Lester and Mr. D sleep in shifts, placing full trust in each other. That makes sense. Because they're like half brothers, because they're both sons of Zeus. So that really makes sense.
Octavian receives a hatchet. That's scary. That's really scary. Rachel huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat that she hunted in the day. I hope that's not human meat. Leo questions his sanity. Very canon as well. Talia receives a gourmet 5-course meal from an unknown sponsor. That's also me. I am now really rooting for both Talia and Ugly Percy. Okay, people just doing stuff.
Talia severely slices Percy with a sword. That's like if Percy Jackson and the Titans curse had gone wrong, that would have been the end. If Luke had convinced Talia to go with him, that would have been the consequence. Poor Percy. So pretty Percy is out of the running. Then Selena, blah blah blah. Jason tries to kill Hazel, but she's able to escape. Good for you, Hazel. You need to represent the women in these because everyone is dying.
Blah blah blah. Rachel searches for food. Of course she does. Ugly Percy, Tyson, and Lester hunt for their tributes.
The alliances in this thing, they're like changing constantly. Like, for some reason, there's 5 people in an alliance, and then they're like all completely allied to someone else. I don't get it, but okay. How many people are left alive? I have no idea. Okay, what? Talia, Ugly Percy, Selena, and Rachel joke with each other. Ugly Percy is probably very happy that Talia killed his pretty alter ego. Then Mr. D spears Tyson in the abdomen. No, Tyson, you'd made it so far. I couldn't believe you made it so far. And then Hazel begins to cry, obviously, because Tyson died. And then Leo receives a hatchet and water from an unknown sponsor. Oh, Jason falls asleep shivering from a fever. Didn't Jason die before? I feel like he fell and died, but you're alive, so Jason just keeps getting like really severe head injuries and surviving, which is also very canon. Okay, people are thinking about stuff, but no one's dying. Let's get to dying, people. Day 5, okay. Ooh, so apparently Selena and Rachel are now together, and Jason died again, but he's not in red. Jason is trampled to death by boulders falling from a mountain. Let's see if that lasts, because he's probably immortal. Then we have Talia overseers, Hazel and Mr. D talking in the distance. How many alliances has Mr. D had? Because I feel like he's been allied to everyone. And then Leo is just like super stressed. He's just like, if I sleep, maybe I will be okay, but no. Oh my god, I hate, no, this is the worst thing that could have happened. Octavian and Ugly Percy huddle for warmth. If that was it, it wouldn't be that bad, but then it says love. And love. Warmth and love. Why? I mean, at least it's not Mr. D or Chiron or Apollo with one of the kids, but oh my god. I hate it. Oh, Octavian, get away. Even if it's Ugly Percy. Ugly Percy is 12, so get away from him. And then Talia chases Lester into a dark ditch where he falls to his death. So Talia I think Artemis is going to be a little bit mad. And then, oh, Mr. D forgets where he is because he's delirious, and people are... Oh, now it's Rachel's turn to hum into the night. Oh my god. Then Selena convinces Leo to snuggle with her for the night, which is really weird because Selena dated Charles Beckendorf, who is biologically Leo's older brother. And then, oh, look, Jason is alive. Jason tries to treat his infection with water and grass. How is Jason immortal? He's been proclaimed dead 3 times by now. And now he has an infection. He fell to his death, but he only came away with an infection. That's Jason Grace for ya. Immortal. Okay. No, Leo bleeds out from the wound left mildly treated. No. What? Jason receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. They're like, okay, your leg is infected. It's about to rot and kill you. But here's a picture. Hope you like it. And people are getting good stuff. Talia has a mild panic attack. Octavian throws a rock at Rachel ED from a hiding spot in a tree. We don't know if she died. I feel like they're targeting each other. And then Selena falls into a deep valley and dies. Something that would not have killed Jason, but did definitely kill Selena. I don't get it. Okay, I feel like more than half are dead already. So, Rachel, Ugly, Percy, and Jason discuss a game plan for the morning. Come on, kill someone. And then Hazel, Mr. D, and Talia discuss a game plan in the morning. So I feel like there's like less than 8 people left. Oh my god. Yes, okay. Octavian poisons Jason's drink, but Jason knowingly switches drinks and Octavian dies. Like, you can't kill Jason. Octavian, you should know. You can like kind of see the future and tell prophecies. Jason is immortal. He's died 3 times and come back to life. So you can't kill him. You just can't, even if you want to. And then no, Rachel sets off a string of explosive, killing Talia. Well, Talia, you did murder Apollo, so. And then Hazel's just over there, fine. And then Mr. D steals food and water from Ugly Percy while he isn't looking. Rude, Mr. D. You're literally the god of wine. Okay, they're just setting camp. Jason's just tending to his wounds, okay. No, Hazel begs for Mr. D to kill her. He reluctantly agrees, killing Hazel. Why are all the girls asking the guys to kill them? Like, Percy is the only one who didn't reluctantly kill them. Thank you, Percy, even though you're now dead. But why? Why can't the girls just survive? I think Rachel is the only girl that's survived this far. Of course that would happen in a game I'm playing. Okay, Ugly Percy camouflages himself in a cave-type area, so he pulled a PETA. Jason dies of dysentery, but his picture isn't red, so he isn't dead. This is the 4th or 5th time he's been proclaimed dead, but I don't believe it for a second, so we'll have to see. Rachel steals food and water from Mr. D while he isn't looking. Night 8. I feel like someone's gonna die today. Mr. D intentionally eats poisonous berries and dies in his sleep, but his picture isn't red. And as we can see, Jason is still alive. Rachel, Jason, and Ugly Percy discuss a game plan in the morning, which makes no sense because they're literally the only 4 people left. So what's your game plan? I don't get it. Then Mr. D, Jason, and Ugly Percy hunt for the other tributes, which means they hunt for Rachel, who died. Well, no. Rachel died from starvation. So she is our last girl, which leads us to night 9, where Mr. D dies again, but he doesn't really die because, I mean, his deaths not taking place make more sense than Jason's because he is canonically immortal. Ugly Percy tries to treat his infection, obviously, and Jason questions his sanity. I would as well. He's died 4 times, but he's still alive. Okay, so Mr. D died again. And Ugly Percy receives a picture from his family. Great. And Jason practices his knife throwing and archery. 2 of them are immortal, and then the other one is Ugly Percy, which is the favorite to live. So I don't know if this is ever going to end. I hate this. I really hate this. Why does everyone want to snuggle Ugly Percy? Jason convinces Ugly Percy to snuggle with him for the night. Oh, I hate it. I just want someone to die. Oh my god, so after snuggling him, Jason tries to kill Ugly Percy, but he is able to escape. And then Mr. D thinks about his family and starts crying. Jason, what an asshole. Okay, so Mr. D finally died. Ugly Percy secretly shoots a poison blow dart at Mr. D's chest, and he is officially dead. And Jason, once again, is trying to beat infection. Jason kills ugly Percy with an apple slingshot? What the heck does that mean? So Jason from District 1, he wins the Hunger Games. Of course he does. Of course he does. Like, I should have predicted this. I should have. Honestly, I should have. Mr. D has the most kills, which makes sense. He would want to kill all of them. I can't believe Annabeth and Raina and Zoe and Nico and Frank and Clarice died in the bloodbath. Why did Jason ask ugly Percy to snuggle him and then he killed him? Okay. That's it, I guess. What can I say? That was me playing Percy Jackson The Hunger Games simulator. Obviously not an original idea, but still a very fun time either way. I still can't wrap my head around everything that happened. So if you like this video, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click that bell button so you get notifications every time I post a new video. I post videos twice a week, so that's every Monday and Friday. And please leave a comment letting me know which death surprised you the most, and if you already knew that Jason was extremely immortal. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm sorry, I'm just super traumatized. Bye!